Welcome to my channel. In this video I will show you the global version, the original, brand new top selling Lenovo Earphone product on Aliexpress, with discount price. If money is no object, the unique Melody Multiverse Mentor is $4,499 of sonic bliss, with a piezoelectric bone conduction driver with frequency shift technology to bring the resonant point of the driver below the upper limit of human hearing. The hi-fi EMS use a 5-way crossover design, with no fewer than 12 balanced armatures, 4 bass, 2 mids, 2 mid-treble, 4 treble, in each earbud, along the piezoelectric bone conduction driver. Those drivers are housed in aviation-grade carbon fiber shells, with a ceramic frame to hold the bone conduction driver, and a Banksia seed faceplate for some classy wood. The bone conduction driver, in this case, is used to extend the frequency response lower than the balanced armatures can provide, without having to draw upon a dynamic driver. It's an interesting design that promises technical excellence across the entire frequency response. There are no Bluetooth or other wireless options here. Instead of a braided, premium silver-plated copper cable, terminated in a 4.4mm balanced plug, open up the Lenovo 5i Chromebook, and you'll find a plastic gray finish, a full keyboard, a top-firing speaker that stretches the length of the laptop, and an off-center touchpad that slots in the center of the main keyboard area. I expected to like the 5i keyboard more than I did. You'll eventually get used to its rather squishy feel when you work on it for long enough, but I much prefer my Lenovo ThinkPad C13 Yoga keyboard, which gives you a much more satisfying mechanical feel, backlighting, and a track point nub for scrolling, despite the Yoga costing less than the 5i. Or you can upgrade to the Lenovo Gaming Chromebook, which gives you customizable backlighting and anti-ghosting. At least the latter's keyboard is usable enough for work, with 1.5mm key travel and the number pad as an added perk certain people will really relish. As for the trackpad, it works well enough, but can be a bit spongy, so I use tap to click. Left-handed folks might not like its placement, as only righties have enough room to rest their palms comfortably outside the pad. The same tepid seal of approval goes to the audio quality. Compared to the many bottom-firing Chromebook speakers out there, you have to appreciate that the sound isn't muffled at all. It's just not especially strong or rich. You'll need to keep the volume near the highest level for properly audible audio, or just plug in your headphones. The Lenovo 5i Chromebook 16-inch display disappointed me, simply because the Lenovo IdeaPad Gaming Chromebook does so much better in this area. With a 1920x1200 resolution, the display hits a pedestrian 141 pixels per inch high, whereas the slightly pricier model hits 2560x1600, or about 188 pi. In practice, the 5i is perfectly functional for streaming content or cloud gaming, but its 45% NTSC color gamut means most colors aren't as rich as you'd see on a more expensive display, and the budget pie manifests in a slight softness when streaming would be 4K content. The 60Hz refresh rate also makes itself known, 2.so. Should you buy the gaming Chromebook for non-gaming use? Maybe, but the higher refresh rate, 120Hz, and brightness will cut down on your 20x1200 resolution. The display hits a pedestrian 141 pixels per inch high, whereas the slightly pricier model hits 2560x1600, or about 188 pi. In practice, the 5i is perfectly functional for streaming content or cloud gaming, but its 45% NTSC color gamut means most colors aren't as rich as you'd see on a more expensive display, and the budget pie manifests in a slight softness when streaming would be 4K content. The 60Hz refresh rate also makes itself known, 2.so. Should you buy the gaming Chromebook for non-gaming use? Maybe, but the higher refresh rate, 120Hz, and brightness will cut down on your battery life, and Chrome OS doesn't yet take full advantage of faster refresh rates, outside of niche apps like cloud gaming. For anyone used to 13.3-inch 1080p Chromebooks, the Lenovo 5i Chromebook isn't much of a visual downgrade, about 20 pi fewer. You have the obvious upside of an extra 2.8 inches of diagonal space, too. You're going to use this for work, and it'll give you plenty of room to make your Google Docs font size large enough to spare your eyes some pain. Plus, at 300 nits, it's serviceably bright compared to the 250 nit average of most Chromebooks. Perhaps the only actual drawback here is that Lenovo chose to give the 5i a non-touch display. You'll have to choose the Lenovo Flex 5i. If you find interacting with Android apps the disclaimers, these choices may be out of date. All of these products may not be in stores. We don't know when this will be back in stock. You need to go Taposai Antminer 2023 review link to see the most recent updates to the list. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe to this channel.